Today's morning thought is all about working from home. So, this isn't so much about whether we're going to keep working from home, how long remote work's going to go on, if we're going to have a hybrid model or not. I'd rather just talk about what have you learned over the past, I guess, year and a half for many people that were new to working from home. I think a lot of people that I work with have been working remotely and working from home for in some cases decades. I've been doing it hardcore 6 years, uh, mostly for 11 years, and I did some way back in the kind of late 90s. So I'm curious to hear what you've learned over the past year. What strategies have worked for you? Because I would say that in the beginning, a lot of people were struggling with it. It wasn't fun. I guess, it really depends on your situation. Do you live alone or do you have roommates or do you have a significant other or family and children? Do you have pets at home? How big is your space? Do you have dedicated space where you could set up a little home office, a different room or a corner of the apartment? Or are you trying to get stuff done right in the middle of everyone? And of course, the issues with the fact that we are during many of the times we were in quarantine and had to work inside our homes and couldn't go out to a coffee shop or whatever. But I'm more interested in hearing your lessons learned, like what worked for you. So, what did you learn around time management, being able to manage your personal time, coordinating with the rest of the household? So, I know some people did that where they're like, okay, I have to be on calls at this time. Can you take care of this? And when you're on calls, I'll take care of that. What tools have you used? What has worked for you other than Zoom and Slack and the usual? Or maybe even strategies you've used to be more effective with that. What equipment do you feel like you had to buy? How did you configure your space? Did you get different desks, furniture, other types of chairs, whatever, right? Whiteboards, improved cameras, headphones, you name it. In my case, I finally invested in an upgrade to my AirPods, which I have found very useful. I know that the recording audio quality isn't as good as some of the microphones that I have, so I invested in microphones too, because I do some podcasting. Um, and these just don't sound very good in terms of the quality of what it records with my voice. So I got a decent microphone and a setup, and I have software so I can edit that audio. Noise canceling, these are noise canceling. I have some Bose over ear that are much better for noise canceling, so I think that's been a good investment for me. Just being able to hear everything on the call and cancel out all the noise around me, the dog barking, the kids in the house, people doing stuff. My neighbor with his leaf blower, all times of the day. What else did I do? Same chair, same desk. I did reconfigure my desk setup a little bit to be a little more comfortable and to set up some sound baffles, some really kind of egg carton stuff you can buy on Amazon. So these are things I put on the wall around me. So it got rid of all the echo and the loud kind of harsh sound that happens with that. My lighting's roughly the same. I may have changed it a little bit, the way it bounces off the walls and ceilings to light things up better on video calls. I did get a new laptop. Okay. Yeah, that was a huge investment. And that was last year because I found that my old laptop, it wasn't able to keep up with the streaming when I was doing the Zoom video chats with multiple windows and so forth. And it was overheating. It wasn't keeping up. It was lagging. So I upgraded my laptop. I upgraded my wireless router. That made a huge difference. I was using the one that came with Comcast. They're like, it's the best, and it's not the best. And they tell you they won't support a different router, but I got one from Netgear that's, I think, Netgear Nighthawk. I don't know. So I splurged a bit on that and got the fastest one they have, and that made a huge difference. We upgraded our internet, so we have gigabit Ethernet or gigabit internet up here in the middle of nowhere, which we're just lucky. We got really lucky because people are, even the company said, "Oh, you can't have it," and they checked. And I go, "Wait a second, I guess we do have a line to your house." So we just got lucky. Something to consider, which we hadn't thought about enough long ago, I guess, when we first started looking at properties. If you're thinking about moving and you're doing this because you're going to be working remotely and working from home, and now you're like, hey, I don't have to live in the middle of the city or in Silicon Valley. I can move out to where it's more affordable. I can buy a home, maybe get a little bit of land. Think hard about the internet access. uh, Satellite's not quite there yet. There's some latency when you use it. Um, you got to think really hard about where you're going to be and check out what kind of access they have and probably upgrade your equipment. So that's what I did. Improvement in the headphones, noise canceling headphones, better microphones, kind of noise canceling stuff on the walls to muffle the sound. And I did upgrade my laptop. I forgot about that. And my wireless router. So what have you learned? What have you done? What's worked for you? I'd like to hear about it. That's my thought for today.